What is up, everyone? It is your boy Razorback Squirrel. Welcome back to another video. I know I'm sorry it's been 2 weeks, but I've been busy. I just been busy with stuff. Yeah, I just been busy with stuff, y'all. But I'm free of that now. I am back, everybody. We got 2 more teams to go. The next schedule prediction is going to be Texas A&M. The Aggies were supposed to be a great team last year, but they didn't do good like they were supposed to. And now the expectations are pretty much high again. So let's get on with it. Let's not waste any more time again with the predictions. So you take a look at their schedule. They will open up the season with Sam Houston State. I have watched FCS football before, and Sam Houston State did win the championship. Sam Houston State is a really great team. Sam Houston, but it's Texas A&M. I think Sam Houston may give Texas A&M trouble in the first quarter or so, but in the end, I think Texas A&M is gonna win this game because it's an FCS opponent. What do you expect? And then they get Appalachian State. This is one of the biggest trap games of the year. Appalachian State has been able to beat non-conference opponents before. They did beat Michigan back in 2007, considered as one of the greatest upsets of all time in sports history. So Appalachian State is not a team that Texas A&M should be sleeping on. This is not a team that A&M should be sleeping on, so Appalachian State is going to keep this close. They are going to keep this one close, but in the end, I got Texas A&M pulling out of there, probably around like a game-winning touchdown or so. I think Texas A&M will probably put this one away in the fourth quarter, and they'll start 2-0 on the year. And then they get Miami. Miami Hurricanes were supposed to be good last year, but then they disappointed. But everybody thinks Everybody thinks that Texas A&M will lose to Miami. They're all saying they would lose to Miami. I don't think so. I think Texas A&M gets this win right here and moves to 3-0 on the new year. Then they go on to Arlington to face off Arkansas. Last year's game, the Razorbacks defeated them 20-10. Arkansas is losing Treylon Burks, but they are bringing in a lot of talent back. They are bringing in KJ Jefferson. They're bringing him back. They're bringing in one of the best quarterbacks in the league, KJ Jefferson, one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. They're also bringing in key transfers, Jaden Hazelwood from Oklahoma, and defense players. Y'all know who it is. And you know what? This Texas A&M team is so young, and so I think Texas A&M is going to lose to Arkansas again this year. I think Arkansas is the better team on both sides of the ball. I think Arkansas is the better team on both sides of the ball, and Texas A&M will move 3-1 on the year. Then they go on the road at Mississippi State. Last year, State upsetted them, and you know what? I think it's going to be the same this year. Mississippi State gets the Texas A&M at home, and Texas A&M will be 3-2. Then they go on the road at Alabama. Last year we thought Texas A&M was going to lose to Bama by 40. Guess what? Texas A&M ended up beating Bama 41-38. Even though they were completely out of the college football playoffs, they were still able to beat Alabama. Now, even though, first, here's 2 reasons. 1, Texas A&M was the better team, or 2, college football was just crazy last year. I'm going to say number 2. College football was just so crazy last year for the SEC. I think last year's win was a fluke. I think this year Alabama will get this win, and Texas A&M will move to 3-3. So starting off 3-0, but then losing 3 straight, and then it just gets done much easier from there. You go on the road at South Carolina, a team that is going to be really incredible this year. That's going to bring in Spencer Rattler. They're going to be mediocre, but they're going to be a really good team. They're going to be a good sleeper. They're not the team to sleep on. And so I think Texas A&M will go on the road and lose to South Carolina. And now they're 3-4. Not a really good seed. Not a really good story. 4 losses in a row. They get Ole Miss at home. Ole Miss at home. Ole Miss is losing a lot of talent. I think Texas A&M will get this win at home. Then they get Florida. Florida expecting to improve this year, rebuild, but I still think Texas A&M gets the win. So that means they're 5-4, and then they go on the road at Auburn. Auburn's not really not expected to do good this season, but I wouldn't be surprised. They're not a team to sleep on. But I think Texas A&M goes on the road and gets the win. That means they win 3 straight. They need 2 wins to finish 8-4. They get UMass. That's going to be an easy win. UMass is not really going to compete with A&M. I think A&M gets that win. Then they get LSU, their final game. They have a game every year. Last year, LSU did upset them. They did upset A&M, but this year it's on the road. It's at home. And I think Texas A&M is going to get that win on the road. And that means the Texas A&M Aggies will finish off the season at 8-4, 4-4 in the SEC. I don't understand the A&M hype. Every year, ever since 2020, everybody's just been hyping up A&M, saying they're going to be the next Alabama. I don't understand what the hype is. Texas A&M is a really young team. So the best case scenario for A&M is that Max Johnson starts the whole year, and Texas A&M actually does really good, and they beat Alabama, and they win the SEC West, and they go on. But the worst case scenario is this team is very young, and I think that's their weakness because this team is very young, inexperienced, and I think that's what's going to get Texas A&M, and they're going to finish off the season 8-4.